Hi everyone, I'm David and welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be doing a post-launch review of Altura EC at Bukit Batok. Altura EC had sold 220 units out of the 360 units on launch day, and the project achieved an average price of 1433 PSF, a record launch price for new EC projects. In comparison, Koppen Grand EC, launched just last October, had an average price of 1334 PSF, while Tenet EC, launched just last December, had an average price of 1382 PSF. As of today, both Koppen Grand and Tenet are 100% sold. So you can see that the prices of EC has actually crept up during this short period of time. So I was at Altura show flat during the preview, and through my interaction with agents and clients, I want to summarize the things people like and don't quite like about this EC. So before I go into my review, if you would like to check out the basic project information such as the price matrix, site plan, floor plan, which I wouldn't go through here, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to check it out. So let's delve straight into the things people like about Altura EC. So on point number 1, it is within 1 kilometer to the future ACS primary. And this is an important factor because we know for certain that there are a lot of parents out there who will buy within 1 kilometer to a good school, and that will help in your resale value next time. And you should know by now that ACS primary will be moving from the current Barker Road to Tengah in 2030 and will be a co-ed school from then. Altura is within 1 kilometer radius of ACS primary, making it an attractive choice for families seeking proximity to reputable schools. I also want to take it one step further by comparing the current and future location of the primary school. So from the OneMap school query function over here, this is ACS primary current location at Barker Road, and you can see that there are so many condos that fall within the 1 kilometer radius. And compared to the future location, you can see that currently only Koppen Grand, Altura, the next EC plot at Bukit Batok, and probably only 2 blocks at Le Quest Condo are currently within 1 kilometer radius to the future location of ACS primary. The rest are BTO sites. So comparing between these two locations, you can see that there is a much lower supply of private property in ACS primary in the new location. And this is definitely good news for buyers of Altura, as there will be lesser competition in the future when it TOPs in 2032. Second point, Altura EC is surrounded by a healthy pool of BTO upgraders. If you have watched my previous videos, you will know that I like areas where there are new BTOs upcoming, and this is because HDB upgraders are very important in the entire ecosystem of how the Singapore real estate market is built upon, because once all these BTOs reach their MOP, they are going to introduce fresh liquidity into the area, which can help in your capital appreciation. And just to give you a sensing of the potential resaleability of Altura EC, by taking reference to the selling prices of surrounding BTOs. And you can see that these are the 4-room HDB resale prices surrounding Altura. Now they are transacting at an average of 680k. The purchase price when these people bought it directly from HDB is at around 280k. So the profit will be about 400k. Also factoring about 150k CPF OA that has been earned over the 8 to 9 years, which is the time for BTOs to be built and for the residents to fulfill the 5-year MOP period. So the total resources turn out to be about 550k. So for a standard 3-bedroom at Altura today, they are going at about 1.45 million. If you were to sell at 1.85 million or about 1850 PSF, this will be about 525k for down payment and stamp duty. So the math over here supports the 4-room HDB upgraders to a typical 3-bedroom unit at Altura. Similarly, for 5-room HDB resale prices surrounding Altura, they are selling in excess of 800k. Taking into account the BTO prices, this will give them an estimated profit of 420k. Coupled with the CPF OA earned over the years, this will set them aside about 620k in total resources. So for 4-bedroom at Altura today, it is going at about 1.75 mil. If we were to sell it at 2.25 mil, or again about 1850 PSF next time, that would be about 640k down payment and stamp duty. Again, the math over here supports the 5-room HDB upgrader to a typical 4-bedder at Altura. So the current resale HDB prices surrounding Altura should give you a good sensing that if you were to buy at 1450 PSF today, can you actually exit at 1850 PSF? And the third point on what people like about Altura is that potentially there are 2 plots of mixed-use sites just a few streets away that can help support your price. So you can see from the URA master plan over here that there has actually been a misconception that whenever you see a blue site here, it is automatically a condo with commercial shops below. In fact, these 2 blue plots over here are actually BTO projects. They are Plantation Village and Park Residences. So this goes to show that not all blue sites are definitely private residential properties. We definitely have to go one step further and make an educated guess whether these 2 other blue sites could potentially be condos in the future. So just take for example this blue site at Tampines Avenue 11, just right beside Altura EC. Apart from being a commercial and residential, the tender specifications actually call for a bus interchange as well. So back to this map. Again, here is Altura. Further down, you'll notice that this is actually the bus interchange. So drawing reference from the land plot at Tampines, the developer who wants to bid for this land potentially has to build the bus interchange as well. And I reiterate, this is just my guess, is that this will be a private residential, not a BTO site. And to determine how much this land will be selling in the future, we can take reference from the two most recent launches in the West, the Mist and Lake Garden Residences. Average price of the Mist at launch was at 2057 PSF, and for Lake Garden Residences, 2120 PSF. This particular site being right next to MRT and bus interchange with commercial shops below should technically command a higher PSF than Mist and Lake Garden Residences. But let's just assume that the developer is kind enough to launch at 2100 PSF, and future residents will minimally sell at 2400 PSF to reap some form of profits. And if you were to enter Altura at 1004-1005 PSF range today, do you think you can easily sell your unit at 1900 PSF? Knowing that the development nearby is going at potentially 2400 PSF in the future, and this is still a 500 PSF discount. Next up, for the things that people don't quite like about Altura. Number 1, being the very obvious, the block-to-block distance for some stacks are a little too close for comfort. I'll just pull out the side plan over here and you can check it out yourself. And the second point, which is not quite unique to Altura but applies to all ECs in general, is the huge upfront down payment. The main hurdle for buying EC today will be the loan. This is due to an income ceiling of $16,000 and MSR ruling. For the best case scenario where a very young couple earning $16,000 a month, the maximum loan they can get is only about 950k. However, EC todays are going at minimally 1.4-1.5 mil for a typical 3-bedder. So to buy a typical 3-bedder unit, the couple will easily need to fork out additional 500k just for the down payment. So personally, I feel that while EC being a subsidized housing is quite a safe investment for you to park your money, but you should also decide for yourself whether this is the best way to park your money and are you able to generate better returns from other forms of investment. Of course, there are ways to reduce the huge upfront down payment as well. You can opt for the deferred payment scheme, or what we call the DPS, and the deferred bridging loan. If you'd like to find out more about how these methods can help you in your down payment, do contact me via this number and I'll be more than happy to share more on how this works. And number 3, Altura is not within walking distance to MRT. Yes, definitely Altura is not within walking distance to MRT. So let's take a look at what are the future EC sites in the West for you to consider. Next, we have this land plot right beside Altura. This site is also not near MRT as well, and do know that this site will be facing the busy Bukit Batok Road. We then have these two sites at Plantation Close. These two sites are near to the Tengah Park and Bukit Batok West Jurong Regional Line. Do note that the MRT track is not underground and would run beside the development. Also, you must consider that these two sites face the busy Bukit Batok Road and is very near to PIE. Lastly, this is also next to a worship site. Then what you have lastly in the west is the one at Senja Close, no MRT, near KJE and next to worship site. So MRT is often like a double-edged sword. You want the convenience of being near to MRT, but you should also consider the noise and privacy element as well. So I'll leave it to you guys to decide whether should you miss out on Altura, are there better ECs in the future in a better location that will meet your requirement. And if you'd like to be updated on the future EC launches, click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to share them with you whenever I have more information. So that's it for my review of Altura. If you are keen to check out the show flat or just simply exploring your options to find out if something is right for your specific scenario, click on the link below and I'll drop you a text. So that's all for today. Do remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time. Goodbye.